Hey guys! So today's encouraging message I wanted to share is about trusting God. Trusting God when your back's against the wall, when you just don't know what to do, you don't know which way to turn, you don't know how you're going to get through a situation, you don't know what's going to happen. And all you can do is trust God. All you can do is lean on Him. In the Bible, in Proverbs 3 and 5, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So it says it there. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Not on what you see, not on what you think is going to happen or how you think something should happen. God's ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So we can't lean on our own understanding of a situation. We can't lean on our own understanding of how something's going to turn out. All we can do is trust God. There have been so many times in my life where all I could do was trust God. I had no control of a situation. I had no control of what was going to happen, how it was going to turn out. Times when my mom was sick, times when my dad was sick, and I had no other choice but to trust God. My mom would last year before last, my mom had a stroke. She had a heart attack, and she ended up having to have a surgery in her neck to clear out her arteries, and then she ended up getting a pacemaker, and it was just so much going on at that time, and I didn't know what to do. Back and forth from the hospitals and taking care of my mom, and they switching her medicines and all types of things going on, and I'm just like, Lord, all I can do is lean on you. I can only trust in you. I don't know. I don't know what else to do other than to trust God. And I trusted him, and I prayed over my mama, and she came through it. She came through it all. And the blessings that came out of it is, she stopped smoking cigarettes, she started eating better, she started living a better lifestyle, taking better care of herself, and just doing better. And it took for her, to go through all of those things, all those ailments and that illness for her to get through it. But not only did it help her, it helped me. It helped my faith. It helped me to learn, more how to trust in God in situations. And there's been, times for me personally, where I'm working a job, and I got more bills at the end of the month than I got money. And I'm not knowing how this bill about to get paid. I don't know which way, how it's about to happen. I don't, shoot, I don't know. Times I'm like, Lord, they just gonna have to repossess my car, Lord. I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna get back on this bus, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And cause I don't know. But blessings came through. God worked it out. The the bill was able to go on the back end, or somebody came through and blessed me, and I paid them back when I got my income tax, or a lump sum of money or something. God sent the blessings, God sent the resources. There was a time when I got in a really well, not a bad car accident, but I got in a car accident, and my car was totaled out. I hit the man, and it wasn't worth it to fix my car, so the insurance company totaled my car out. And I didn't have gap insurance, which everybody, if you ain't got gap insurance, get gap insurance if you got a car loan. But anyways, so I didn't have gap insurance. So, the what my car was worth went back to the dealership that I got it from. And I had no money to get a new car. I had no money whatsoever. And that the car rental company, and the rental car that I was in, they let me keep driving the rental car that I had, until I was able to get a car. And they charged me the same price they would charge the insurance company, which was a blessing. So it was like $30 a day. And I remember me and my sister went to a dealership. We went to a couple dealerships, and then the last dealership we went to, and I told the man, like, hey, my income tax is coming in a couple of weeks. I filed them, they're coming. I just really need a car, blah, blah, blah. And this was a legit dealership. Like, it wasn't no buy here, pay here. It was a legit dealership. And the company let me drive off the lot, and I ain't put nothing down on that car. Not a thing, not a drop, not a dime. And they let me drive off the lots in that car. And then I came back in a couple of weeks when my income tax came and I put that down payment down on that car, but I drove that car for a good 2-3 weeks before my income tax came, and I hadn't put not a dime down on that thing. Like, that's nothing but God, because dealerships don't do that, honey. And it was nothing but God. Like, God worked it out. I just went out on faith, like, hey, what, Lord, do what you do, because I don't know. I just trusted him. That he was gonna make a way, and even if he didn't, I was just gonna humble myself and get back on the bus. But in situations like that, you got to trust him. You got to trust him. You got to trust him. You got to do what he told you to do. And if it's humble yourself and ask somebody to help you, because I know a lot of the times our pride get in the way, and we don't want people to know our business. We don't want people to know that we're struggling. We don't want people to know that we don't got it all together, or that we're in a rough patch, or we falling into a rough season, or we made some bad financial decisions and, bought some things we shouldn't have bought. And we don't want to tell people that. We want to try to, make it look like we got it all together. But no, let people know. Let people know, because that might be your blessing. Those family members or those people, might be able to help you. They might be able to bless you with the money to pay your bills. And then sometimes they might, if you got a real good hearted person, they might be like, give it back to me when you can, or you don't got to give it back to me, or just pay me half back. You just never know where your blessings might come from. And then even in those moments of when you got some money on the way and it's something you need to buy or something you need to do, step out on faith. The worst they can do is tell you no. And you be like, all right, well, it is what it is. But just trust God. Just trust him. Trust him. If you're his child, he gonna make a way. If it's his will, he will make a way. He will make a way for you. Just trust him. Lean not on your own understanding, but lean on God. Lean on God, and he will direct your path. He will direct you in the path of what place you need to go to, what person you need to call. If God is tugging on your heart to call your grandma and ask grandma for that money that you need, then you need to call grandma, because grandma might give it to you. Or if God is tugging on your heart and telling you that you need to ask that friend for that money and you don't want to ask him to help you, you need to ask that friend, because you're going to miss your blessing. It's hard. We do hide things a lot. We don't want people to know, our account is overdrafted. There's been times my account had like 40 cents in it, honey. There's been times my account been overdrafted, and I done had to ask my friends, like, hey, honey, my account overdrafted. I can't keep getting these overdraft fees. Can you help me? No, I ain't want them to know that I made a bad decision. No, I ain't want them to know that I overdrafted my account. But hey, I had to do what I had to do in that moment. And a lot of the times that's just what we got to do, especially if you got a family, you got kids, you got to put that pride aside. If you have no other options, nothing else to do, you going to end up on the street, your car going to get repossessed, you don't got no food, you don't got no gas. Like, you going to have to humble yourself, honey. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. And you're going to remember those moments when you get yourself up and you get yourself together. Like, the Lord has worked out many ways for me. And, praise God, I don't have to struggle like I used to. But now I understand when people are struggling. I understand when people need that little extra blessing. I can't rescue you all the time. But, in those times I really, really, really need, I don't mind helping somebody out, because I've been there, because I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it's like to have to humble yourselves. And when you make bad decisions, when you on the verge of losing things, when you on the verge of not knowing what's next and what you're going to do next, I understand. So I don't mind helping people out, as long as you don't try to take advantage of me, or, I know that I'm coming from a sincere place and you coming from a sincere place needing the help. I don't mind helping you. Rather it's give you a couple dollars, give you a ride to the store, rather it's whatever, because I know what it's like. And it's going to be the same for you. Once you get up, you get your chips up, you in your bag, you're going to understand how it is to help somebody else. You're going to want to help other people, because you're going to know what it's like to struggle. You're going to know what it's like to be in those positions where you have nothing but God to lean on, and share your testimonies. Don't overcome it and come out of these situations and somebody helped you, or God came through and you keep it to yourself. No, share your testimony. Share what God did for you. Share how God placed somebody in your life to bless you. Share how God worked things out in your favor. Share those things. So I just pray that you just lean on God and just trust him, and he'll direct your path. I love you. I'm praying for you, and be blessed.